So children, we are going to proceed with the further details of the accounting equation. In the previous video, the balance carried down, which is to be brought down over here, was assets 6,94,893, capital 5,42,783, and liabilities 1,52,110. Now we are going in over here, we are going to deal with those transactions where we are going to pay our creditors and we are going to receive from our debtors. Means all those to whom we have sold goods on credit, or those from whom we have purchased goods on credit, we are going to either pay them or we are going to receive the money from them. So in the previous video, that is your first video where the numerical part of accounting equation asset is equal to capital plus liability was dealt with. In there, the transaction was purchase goods from B for rupees 40,000. We have purchased goods from B for rupees 40,000. It was not mentioned that this purchase was for cash or on credit. Only the name of the party was given, that is B. Now we have to pay our creditor B. So B was our creditor and now we are going to pay. Pay to B rupees 20,000 on account. So 20,000 is to be paid to B on account. On account means the balance amount will be paid later. So 20,000 cash is going out. It will be subtracted from the assets. And our liability, B was our creditor and creditor is a liability. Our liability of rupees 20,000 is also reducing. Therefore, it will be subtracted from the liabilities. No effect on capital. So, the accounting equation comes to 6,74,893 assets, 5,42,783 capital, 1,32,110 is our liabilities. Now see, 40,000 were the amount of goods purchased from B and we are paying him 20,000 on account. So how much is left? 20,000 is yet to be paid to B. Now see 37 transaction. Pay to B rupees 19,000 in full settlement of his account. This term full settlement of his account means that after paying rupees 19,000, his account has been finalized. Account comes to an end. It is closed. No more money is to be paid to him. So 19,000 is the amount paid in full settlement. Now 1,000 is the discount received. This is again, उसको 20,000 रुपए देने थे, दिए 19,000 और अकाउंट कर दिया सेटल, अब कुछ नहीं देना, यानी कि 1,000 रुपए हमारे बच गए. It's a gain, and this gain is on account of discount received. So discount received is a gain, therefore it is added to capital. We will add rupees 1,000 in our capital. How much money is going out? 19,000 is going out, and 20,000 our liability towards B was of rupees 20,000 and the entire liability has been settled. So complete rupees 20,000 will be subtracted from the liabilities. Now the accounting equation is 6,55,893, 5,43,783 will be after adding 1,000 to capital, and 1,12,110 is the balance of liabilities. From 1,32,110 we will subtract 20,000 and it comes to 1,12,110. Now this was the case when the payment is made to the creditor. So whenever there is a payment to the creditor, it will be treated in these two ways. Whatever is the question saying, either this or this, whatever it is mentioned, you will deal it in the same way. Now when we are receiving the money from our debtor, the person to whom we have sold goods on credit, he becomes a debtor, and debtor is a asset. Now see, in the previous video it was mentioned sold goods to J for rupees 50,000. So 50,000 goods have been sold to J. Now we will receive the money from J, because over there it was not mentioned whether the goods were sold for cash or on credit. It was just mentioned sold goods to J rupees 50,000, and we assumed that transaction to be a credit transaction. Now we are going to receive the money. So transaction 38. Transaction 38 says received from J rupees 20,000 on account. Means what, out of 50,000, 20,000 we are receiving on account. Balance 30,000 we will receive later. So 20,000 we have received, cash is coming in, add it to the asset, and one of our debtor is declining by rupees 20,000. So 20,000 will also be subtracted from the assets. So the total comes to 0. 6,55,893 is the amount of assets after this transaction. 5,43,783 is the value of the capital, because there is no effect of this transaction on the capital and neither on the liabilities, and the liabilities remain the same, 1,12,110. Here total goods sold to J were of rupees 50,000. Out of this 50,000, 20,000 has been received on account. Now 30,000 is yet to be received from J. Transaction 39 says received from J rupees 28,000 in full settlement of his account. We are receiving rupees 28,000 from J and we are settling his account. We are closing his account. His account is being closed in our books of accounts. So over here we have received 28,000 from 30,000 minus 28,000. The amount left is 2,000. Now we are not going to receive this 2,000 anymore because the account has been settled. So this 2,000 is a loss to us on account of discount allowed. So discount allowed is a loss, therefore deducted from capital. So whenever there is a discount allowed, it will be deducted from the capital because it is a loss. So here 2,000 will be subtracted from the capital. 28,000 is the amount that we have received. It will be added to our assets because cash is coming in, and 30,000 is the amount of the creditor J whose account has been settled, is being closed. So complete 30,000 will be deducted from the assets on account of closure of a debtor's account, that is J's account, and no effect on liability. So here the asset after this transaction will be 6,53,893. Our capital will be 5,41,783 and liabilities will be 1,12,110. It's clear to all of you?